we go.
Here we go.
What's up, guy?
What's
Y'all, I
happening?
guess tonight.
Yeah.
So jumping on here since we got messed up with Zoom, and
It's
but
an
we
adventure.
want to welcome our first official guest to the show, Mr. Coach Phil Lipton
What's
from
up? Thank you for having me.
the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful city filled with scumbags,
Oh,
Philadelphia.
Born and raised?
born, not raised. Now I'm back.
Oh yeah, I never been, but I definitely it's definitely on the list for
Oh,
sure.
I've
It,
been.
it's a good time. Life's been.
I played. I actually played in college. I played my first college game was against UPenn.
Okay.
Is that Philly?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is in Philly.
University of Pennsylvania is Philly.
Oh hell yeah! So yeah, I mean the stadium was the first Super Bowl I believe was played there.
You played at where they host Penn Relays.
Yeah, yeah, the University of Penn. Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know that. I honestly I didn't know it was in Philly. To be honest,
Listen, there's a lot of history out here.
I that's
It is.
facts. It's one
Philly
of
and
the
Boston are
13 colonies, right?
yep,
Yep.
Look at
two of the
that.
most historical cities.
I'm with
Yeah.
two
Between Philly and
colonizers.
Boston, I think we got everything covered.
This
You
is true.
motherfuckers.
Um, but yeah, so speaking of Boston, Philly, that's what we're here for tonight. Boston versus Philly. Yeah, let's roll. So I guess we start with our beloved Boston Celtics and the smell that, Derek? Smell smells like low tide. Oh, never mind. That's the Philadelphia 76ers. Yeah.
Oh God.
So oof,
The
I can
Sixers,
smell
man, their Sixers are struggling.
oof, I can smell that stink from here.
Yeah,
Um
it's bad.
what's going on, Phil? What's going on with your Sixers?
Dude, I've pretty much denounced the Sixers at this point. Anybody that knows me, I asked them, I'm like, I didn't know Philly has a basketball team right now. It's bad. It's everybody just. Uh-oh.
No, yeah, you went
Oh,
out for
there
a
we
You
go.
went
second,
out
but
for a second, but you're good now.
I got that phone call in the middle. My bad.
oh yeah,
See,
yeah. That's right. You
hey,
got to do it on
re-
DND.
real life shit, real life shit.
But yeah,
We got like
I
a
think everybody
little
wants
piece of that.
what? I think everybody wants Philly to tank for Cooper Flag right now. That's
Um,
that's
mm,
kind of where this season is at this point.
I don't think y'all getting Cooper Flag.
I mean,
Um,
there's a good possibility. I mean, the way that the way that how rigged the NBA lottery is, you never know. I don't
true.
really know what. I mean, I don't really know the NBA to benefit Philly for whatever reason, but I mean, 20. You guys got 21 wins. Toronto got 20. Charlotte got 14. Washington has 12. Obviously, they're the shit bottom. I don't
Washington's
think
obviously got
anybody,
yeah.
the NBA does not want Cooper Flag to go to fucking Washington.
No,
No,
Um,
not at all.
no,
and then you got
we do,
New Orleans with 17 and Utah with Jazz.
we do.
So,
Listen, the Celtics, Celtics fans, you want Cooper Flag in the worst possible situation he could be in,
all right, yeah, I agree.
and
I agree.
Oh yeah,
reasoning.
but then he's a building piece.
Well, the reasoning for that is, he's a baller, he's a gamer, so he's not going to want to be there for very long.
Yep.
It's rumored that I know one of the teams for KD is Washington. He'd be going home. So
I could tell you this: KD is never going to Washington.
I
I
I,
agree. I agree.
I
I
grew
can't
up.
see it.
I grew up in Maryland, around the whole basketball world down there, and the one thing I learned was KD would never want to come back home because there would be way too many distractions for him.
Really?
I mean, that's how rich the DC, Maryland, Virginia basketball just area.
Yeah.
That's how rich
Hmm.
and talent and I mean, you got everybody out there.
Interesting.
He has an AAU team that runs from out there that I believe his family runs Team Durant,
Yeah.
but I don't think Kevin Durant would ever want to go to Washington and play there.
Interesting.
I think
Yeah.
that's on a no list.
Interesting. That's very
Interesting.
interesting.
Well, so then that's even more reasoning why we need Cooper Flag to go to Washington. Because hear me out, and this is going to sound crazy, and I've said it out loud to a few people, and they literally looked at me and called me crazy. But anything can happen, right? Cooper Flag goes to Washington. He gets drafted by the Wizards. Hates it. They suck. Horrible. Where's Cooper Flag from?
Maine.
And-
From Maine. Right? Ready? Cooper Flag's from Maine.
Is this the 6 degrees of separation?
Tingus Pingus isn't really Tingus Pingusing. Okay? Let's be real. And listen, guys, great, good for him. Good for, like, he's a huge part of the championship last year, and he's going to be hopefully this year. But you kind of do away with that however you can. Brad Stevens, as we know, is a magician. And Derek, you mentioned it the other night. Drew Holiday is just off. There's something wrong. I don't know if it's the mallet finger. I don't know if it's just he had a career year last year. And like you said, maybe he's on the downfall for whatever reason. There's some pieces in there. Celtics have some young talent too. Washington, let's be real. They're just never going to be good.
No.
They're just never going to be good. And it's like you, Phil, like it's never going to be good. So the little package deal, Brad Stevens gets a little antsy, a little greedy because maybe the Celtics don't win a championship that they're supposed to. You just never know. So I want Cooper Flag in the worst possible position for at least 1 to 2 years. You just never know what could happen.
Here's the question: does Cooper Flag stay at Duke for another year?
No.
I've seen mixed reports about he could forgo the NBA draft. I mean, he's getting paid what he would get paid in the NBA anyway. So
Yeah.
if he wants a national championship or a shot at that natty, does he stay for another year, especially if he doesn't want to go to the team that has the number
Facts.
one pick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could
It's very
Eli
definitely.
Manning it.
Yeah.
He
And
could.
in different terms, and without even having to open his
Yeah.
must or bitch about it, he
Yeah,
can
he just
Right.
definitely.
stay.
Just
He's like,
He
oh,
definitely
hey,
understand.
I'm staying at Duke.
yeah, he could. I
I
don't
mean, I would
think.
too if you ask me, even though I'm a Tar Heel fan, like if you would have asked me, hey, do I want to stay in with Duke for another year or play for the Wizards? Yeah, buddy, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm staying right the fuck here, and I'm getting
No.
paid. And I'm getting paid. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm staying.
Right. Yeah. He's getting paid to be a college student with with all the NIL stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Developing his game
no
a little
reason
bit
that he needs
more.
to rush out
No,
early.
Yeah,
no.
at all.
But,
Not even a little bit.
I'm just hoping. Again, it's not going to happen. It's
And
just something to
there's a
talk
lot of
about.
he's not the like as much as we want to think. Like there's a lot of guys. Well, excuse me, I won't say a lot of guys, but there are some ballers in college right
Oh, of
now
course.
that are arguably could be. Cooper. He doesn't need to go number one. It's not like that is and like I said before, the way that the NBA lottery works, we already know. Like
Mm-hmm.
some fluke shit can happen, probably
Yep.
will
No.
happen,
Yeah.
and he'll end up on a team where the market is relatively good. Team sucks, but it's it has a piece or two. I mean, you just never know how it's gonna roll. But
You
I
don't.
will say that the only way that Cooper will be on the Celtics is if Jalen Brown is not here. There's no way that we're gonna have.
I think Mike would be okay with
Yeah.
that.
My ears haven't turned off yet. So proceed, sir. Proceed. But the Mr. Inconsistent, yeah, sure.
I think it all has to do with the the ownership
Yeah.
Obviously we don't know what's going on. We're selling the team. I don't think whoever takes over the team
Mm-hmm.
is going to want to take on the luxury tax.
Mhm.
Like that plays a role.
Yeah, they
You
kind of
know,
screwed themselves here too in a little bit where actually they didn't screw themselves. They set at least the ownership now set themselves up to be okay.
for
Because
sure.
listen,
Everybody's
you
locked in.
it's a pretty smart move actually to be if you look at it because like you sign what Tatum and White for the next 4 to 5 years, however long those were. That's when this whole deal is up. So you have a 4 to 5 year window now where you can just run through and dominate and hang fucking banner after banner, and then we'll see what happens there. But like this little era, this little 4 to 5 piece window is set up for the Celtics to just blow doors. And we all know that when it comes to crunch time, Boston and Philly, but they're not. Boston's like here, and Philly's like just
Philly depends on the year as we
depends,
see right now.
and it depends on the sport. There's
Yes.
obviously we're doing starting off with the Celtics and the Sixers because that's what's most relevant right now. Um, I won't even get into the Bruins because it's just not worth talking about. Uh,
Bruins and the
the Bruins
Flyers.
and the Flyers, I think we will lose people talking about them because they're just two dumpster fires of organizations right now. So we all agree that they're going the roller coaster's going down.
Are
And
are the Flyers a part of that? Because excuse me for
no,
being black. um, I was
we'll go to
actually
a
at the
hockey
pro.
game.
I was
We'll go to a
actually at
hockey
the
game.
yeah, for sure. Definitely on definitely on the bucket list for sure. But I was at the pro shop actually last week, and I saw there was like a nasty beanie. It was like the original six. Are the
Yep.
Flyers a
Yeah,
part of that?
Yeah.
I don't.
They
No,
are,
Wait.
no, no,
right?
yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
say that I saw. I want to say that I saw that
yeah.
logo.
Boston, Toronto, Montreal, Chicago,
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Philly. There's one more. Who am I
No,
missing?
not
Detroit.
Philly. Not
Detroit.
Philly. No, Boston, Chicago, Detroit, Montreal, New York, and Toronto are the original
New
ah,
six.
York. New York. That's what it was.
okay, okay. I thought Philly was in there. It being one of, I mean, Boston and Philly being
You
one of
would
the
have.
Philly,
13
Philly's
colonies.
You
one
would
of
have
the
thought.
few. Philly's one of the few logos that's never changed.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Ours too. It's kind of like
Facts. That'll never happen.
it's kind of like
Mhm.
progressed, if we should say. It's gone with the times, but it's always been the spoke B. It's just different
Yeah.
versions of the spoke B.
Yeah,
But I mean, the games are crazy.
they're
I
fun. I'm not a huge hockey fan. My girlfriend's getting me more
I'm not e-
into
I'm
hockey.
not
She's the
either.
big hockey
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah, she is.
It is a
She loves
nasty
the
sport. I'm not
Flyers.
gonna front. It's a real ill sport. I
It's
mean,
fun. It's fun as fuck to watch and to be
Yes.
at working at the Garden for as long as I did. I'm a huge Celtics fan, as you both know, and as everybody
Oh,
knows.
really?
Like bleed green, just a little bit. But I would take working and going to a Bruins game over a Celtics game. There's a lot. There's a
yeah,
lot of games I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather the Bruins. Celtics Lakers, Celtics playoffs. It's like neck and neck. But
Right.
Bruins games, man, they are fun as hell to be at.
yeah.
There's just
The fans are just next level. It don't matter what day of the
yeah,
week.
man. Hockey fans and especially playoff hockey. Playoff hockey is like
Oh my
Facts,
God.
unmatched.
facts,
You can't
facts,
touch playoff hockey.
facts.
Um,
I don't care who's playing. I
no,
always watch.
yeah,
I always watch.
I'll watch Dallas and Edmonton if they're playing. Like I really don't care.
Well, that'll get us into Four Nations talking a little bit.
We could, yeah. I mean, you know what? Let's throw it out there because I know you've been itching to get this out. I know you've been itching.
Dude,
To
that
just
was listen, Four Nations, that was fun to
it
watch.
was it was it was awesome.
The
Like
way the way
the
they,
vibes in
I
there.
mean, these dudes were playing for something.
For sure.
Yeah, playing for your country, like that's
Yeah.
you can't get any more top level than that. That's it.
Period.
When you
Period.
represent your country,
Period.
like
Yep.
That's
I think NHL. I think they figured it out with the All-Star Game stuff.
Easily.
MLB. You're never going to go change the MLB. Like
no.
home run derby. You have the Futures Game.
Mm-hmm.
You have the All-Star Game. These guys are still trying to throw gas to each other, strike each other out, as we saw this year.
There's complaints though. There's been complaints about the MLB All Star Game. I'm like, what do you want them to do? They're playing the game.
Yeah,
They're
Facts.
literally playing
It's
baseball. That's
the
it.
best players on the same team
Yeah,
playing the hardest sport.
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like,
And
come
well,
on,
because
what are we
people want the
talking
game
about?
to be
Oh,
12 to 11.
Right.
for sure. Let's
But
get this shit
They want
going
to
here.
see all the stars hitting
but
bombs, all
but you
that.
got to remember, these are the best pitchers
Right.
too.
Facts.
So not only
So
do
they
you have the best hitters, you have the best
In
pitchers too. So like,
in the
you don't want
world.
you don't want to get
no,
embarrassed.
like Paul Skeens, like, come on, man. Who's going yard off of Paul
Not,
Skeens?
not
All right,
many.
like maybe Otani.
I was gonna say
Mm-hmm.
Shohei, but for the Four Nations thing,
Yeah.
right? So taking I I didn't take any. It didn't bother me because I wholeheartedly agreed with PK's comments regarding the NBA, and comparing it to hockey and shit like that. Like
There's no comparison.
it's not, and only reason why I know is because I saw a clip of him. I didn't even know he was on All the Smoke as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
But he touched on it because apparently he got a lot of backlash for it for some reason. I have no idea
Oh,
why,
really?
but he went into depth on it, and I'm just like, yeah, like how could you? Who care? Like, bro, at the end of the day, hockey is hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you watch it, people may not, the culture may not have grown up on it, but if you watch that shit, you really understand. Like, yo, like these dudes, it don't matter who. It don't matter where. All that matters is why.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they are going. They are flying.
Mm-hmm.
Check like just what it's like. Yo, I always say that football is legal violence, but it's like, yo,
It
hockey is
definitely
the
is.
same shit.
It is.
You know what I mean? And I know I know the story last year. I know like that dude like lost his life on a freak accident. Like
Yeah.
just like you can
hmm
and just like you can unexpectedly in football, like what happened with Buffalo and Cincinnati
Tomorrow.
Monday
Tomorrow
night. But
Hamlin. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like you know, it's like, yo, these players are. It just shows you the difference between all of these sports. And like, you got baseball with guaranteed money, NBA, the guys get guaranteed money, but you go to these sports where it's like legal violence,
Mm-hmm.
war, dudes
Yeah.
going crazy, risking their life, limb, all that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
like PK said, he's like, yo, like some of these dudes don't even make $1 million a year,
No.
but they go
Which is
Especially
out
after
wild.
there, they
taxes.
go out there and it doesn't matter. Broken finger, broken
Yep.
leg, torn this, torn that.
They
Like,
get
yo,
beat
they're
to
going
shit.
ham. They are going ham.
Well, the crazy with the injuries is some of these dudes are still playing. You find
Mm-hmm.
out after the game, oh yeah,
Exactly.
dude
Yep.
broke his
Yep.
finger and it's just
Exactly.
bandaged. He's playing.
Patrice
Exactly. And they're
Bergeron
on
did it.
skates.
Yeah.
I'm sure the
Yeah.
risk of injury is way higher than just being on a court or being on a
Oh,
field,
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know?
100%.
And it's like,
Absolutely.
dog, like what are we
Because you're
talking about here? Like
getting constantly hit too. So
nonstop.
like Patrice
Nonstop.
Bergeron in the, I want to say the 13 Stanley Cup final against Chicago, played Game 7 with a punctured lung.
What are we talking about?
Can you imagine? I can't imagine walking with a punctured lung.
What are we
Yeah,
talking
this dude's
about?
just skating around like it's
I can't
nothing.
imagine like taking a shit with a punctured lung. Can you imagine
Coughing,
like
laughing.
coughing, laughing,
Oh
like
yeah.
talking? Like, this dude played a hockey game. Or Game
And
6,
you
excuse me.
got these
Not
dudes
Game
in the
7.
NBA like they had to make a rule. Yeah, 65 games. Not okay, 65 games. I still don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still don't care.
They,
You got
they
dudes.
got dudes in the NBA that I mean, even though little is like the littlest thing and they're just out for like 3 weeks.
Look at Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
Talking
We
about
want
Philly, like look at Joel
Boston,
Embiid. I
Philly.
can't
They're,
believe it. Talking about season ending possibly.
they're
Like, dude, what?
So
Like, and that's
Embiid might need out of Philly.
enlighten me. What is wrong with him? I know what is wrong with him, but like, is it that serious?
Dude,
Is this injury that
I
serious?
really think it's a lot of mental. I think it's a lot
Oh,
of
it's
mental.
95% mental. He's so soft, it's not even funny. And like, it's not even because I don't really like the guy. He is from Kansas. He came from Kansas, so like, I kind of had to like him. But like, just one of the athletes that I can't stand, just because he talks all this shit, yet you can't bring yourself to be on the
He's
court.
so good too.
Hmm.
He is good when
He's
he's out
so
there, but he's
good.
never out there.
He's so good, and it's like I can't. There's no way that I would ever allow anybody to say or put him in categories with the greatest of all time.
No.
No,
It's not even. It's not. I don't even want to hear it.
he doesn't sniff it.
He's it's if he's healthy, like yeah, he's a force.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it's like fuck him. To be honest, like he's just another. And it's not even like there's a lot of guys that played ball
Hmm.
that career got cut short because
Oh
of
yeah.
injury. And but you we still talk about them to this day. The what ifs.
Right.
You know, we're talking about T Mac, we're talking about B Roy, we're talking about D
Dude,
Rose.
Brandon Roy,
I know.
man, that is the
We're
biggest
talking
one
about
if.
Penny Hardaway. Like, bro, these dudes would still be
Hmm.
playing today,
Hmm.
probably. And at a high level, one of the greatest of all
Of
time
course,
arguments.
of course.
And you got these dudes now that are just like pussyfooting around. Oh, let me take a day off. Oh, I don't want to play on a back to back. Oh,
Yep.
and it's like, bro,
That
like
aggravates the hell
it's
out of me.
so
Like, look at the
annoying
Celtics. Look at the game tonight. Look how many people are out tonight. Like
Who's out for the Celtics? I know Paul George is out for the
fucking
Sixers.
Jalen Brown, Tingus Pingus, Drew Holiday. I know Tatum is questionable and Hauser is questionable. I don't know. I haven't seen the
And
latest. I don't know if Tatum's
this,
Yeah,
playing.
I
I'll
mean,
tell you right.
this supposed to be a big game? Sixers, Boston, like it's supposed to be a big game.
It is
And
Thursday
these
night.
guys are
It's
just
on
like,
TNT.
whatever.
Yeah, no, like it's supposed to be a big game. That's why TNT has
Oh
it.
yeah,
And
no, I'll tell you right now, nobody is watching this game.
Nah.
I am.
We have out Paul George, Kyle Lowry, Maxey, and
Oh,
uh
Maxey's out now.
Maxey's out, yes. And Edwards is a game time decision.
So
So
hold on. Who's
Hold
playing tonight? Do they have enough
hold
players?
on.
the G League.
Wait. It gets better. Celtics. Hauser out.
Oh, Hauser's out.
Horford
Horford.
out.
That's the other one out. Hofford. Al
Drew
Hofford.
Holiday out. Pingus out. And Jalen Brown out.
So it's Jason Tatum versus the G League Sixers.
Like that. Like that's crazy.
But you know what? And the other thing that aggravates the hell out of me, I respect Jason Tatum because of what he said,
For sure.
and he, I think it was 2 weeks ago, he said, "Hell yeah, I'm playing the back to back because people pay to see me.
For sure.
People pay to go to these games. People
Yeah.
pay good money to go to these games,
Absolutely.
and that's what aggravates me. Is there's not a lot of people like him with that mentality. They don't give a shit
They don't.
if you paid $300. Can you imagine if you dropped $400 for load seats? Because as we all know, the Celtics have one of the most expensive tickets, most expensive beers. The fucking Garden, you had to take out a loan to go there. So like, it's got one of the most expensive experiences just to watch guys play basketball.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Live.
you're in jeopardy of not seeing the guys, like the top players, superstars. Can you imagine if you dropped $400 to go tonight? Obviously, before you're not doing that right now, but like,
Oh, I'd be
I'm
pissed.
And
I spent $400 to watch Jason Tatum, which is fine, like that's okay. But like, it's Jason Tatum and company and Derek White and Pritch
it's
from
just like
last night.
last night, too. Last night, who would have, like, who, you got Tatum out, right? Tatum was out, and you're playing the Blazers.
Yep,
Honestly, that was the first game that I've watched of the Blazers all
same.
year. But the fact of the matter is, like, yeah, I wouldn't have really watched. There was nothing else on, so I'm like, yeah, let me just watch the C's.
Hmm.
But
It's getting to that point.
imagine how electric that building was being there last night.
Oh my
Or
god.
imagine the people that are like, oh, like who the Blazers, like who the fuck is the Blazers? Like they sold their tickets or they didn't go. Like
But then
I know
Pritch and
Gerard
White do what they
Gerard
do.
Gerard literally made a post. Oh, I'm selling tickets to the Blazers, and I reached out like, oh no, let me see.
Oh, that's right. He
If they're cheap
did.
enough,
He
if they're
did.
cheap enough, I'll
Yeah.
go. But he had already
Yeah.
sold them. Now I'm shooting my like. Why didn't I see this post earlier? I would have loved. Imagine the kids' lives that changed that got to go to the Garden for a little bit cheaper than they would
Mm-hmm.
have if they were playing somebody like the
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Lakers or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Which
It's like,
Saturday night's
of
ridiculous.
course, I can't. I'm not even gonna. It's disgusting.
If
I'm gonna be
I
sit
didn't,
nice
if
at
I didn't,
home.
if they weren't in my pack, the 10 game plan that I have, I wouldn't go. Like I'm not spending
Honestly,
400. Which
you might want to see
listen,
how much they're selling for. To be honest.
so I already did that because we got that. We got to make some money for this Team Drake May thing. Um, they're going down because people are like, I'm not spending $400 to go watch this game. So that we'll see. We'll see. It's
Yeah.
debatable. But I hate when players they just no, it's not going to play tonight.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Well, go back to all the way back. Let's go back to the All Star game and the NBA All Star game.
Yeah,
Look what Wemby and CP3 did. I think right, it was CP3.
Oh
yeah.
my.
Like they literally made it look like an absolute joke,
Oh my.
and
I didn't even watch.
that
I
goes
didn't
with the
even
whole
see it
load
until the
management
next day.
stuff.
I didn't see that until the next day, and I'm like, no, the fuck, they did not do that on live TV
Yeah,
with people there that spent money.
Mm-hmm.
I could not
because
believe that. I saw the headline. Oh, uh, Wemby and CP3 disqualified. I'm like, Who? I'm like, first of all, how the fuck you get disqualified from a fucking like? I understand the dunk contest. You run out of time. You don't make the
Right.
dunk. Like, cool, whatever. You miss your round. Disqualified,
these dudes don't care,
No,
and they're
that's what's
laughing
wrong.
about it.
right? But then
And they
here's the next
wonder
part.
why. Yeah,
Why the hell is a fucking G League basketball player winning the goddamn dunk contest?
it's a good
Three
question.
years in a
I
row.
mean, he is
Right.
good,
Three
but he
years
shouldn't.
3 years in a row. Dude's played what, 10, 15 total games in the
Yeah,
NBA? Why is
something like
he
that.
why is he winning the dunk contest? Because none of these stars want to do it.
Or
Because they
it's not
don't
even
care.
a better question is why is he in the dunk contest?
Because nobody
Not
else
not
wants to
even
do it.
winning.
Because
Not
guys don't
even
want to
winning.
do it.
Because
Of
can you
course.
imagine if he wasn't?
Of course. That's what I'm
Who
saying.
the
It's like,
fuck would
yeah.
want to watch that? Like, so that's a perfect point. It's just like these guys don't care. It's just all entertainment
Yeah.
based, but then you're taking the entertainment out of the game. So like, and they wonder why ratings are down for the NBA. We've said this ad nauseum, and obviously Phil, you watch the show, so we've said this, but I only watch the Celtics. Back in the day, I used to watch NBA Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Used to be on my TV.
Yeah. Anytime you could.
Every day.
Now I don't even know who's playing tonight. The 10 o'clock game. I know we're playing at 7:30. That's
Yep.
it. And I couldn't
And
care less who's playing the 10 o'clock game.
Right.
who is going to be watching this game now?
I mean, I'll check it in because it's nothing else on. But
Everybody's
like,
gonna check in, but as soon as they realize that people aren't
yeah,
playing, done.
yeah,
See ya.
yeah.
Throwing on Netflix, throwing on something else, throwing Hulu,
It's
watching
It's going
Paradise.
it's gonna be every guy in Boston and Philly's date night
Oh,
tonight.
for sure. Oh, I got
but
time tonight.
see,
Okay.
see, that's. I'm just saying, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. Don't just like, hey, yeah, no, we can go out tonight. Wait a minute, aren't the Celtics on? Nah,
It's okay.
Don't
no.
worry
I've
about it
watched them. I
tonight.
Aren't the Sixers
watched them.
on?
I watched them last
Nah,
night. I watched them yesterday.
that's
It's
okay.
okay, babe.
We can miss the game.
It's
What?
okay, babe.
That's how you win brownie points right
Sprinkle.
there.
I was literally just saying, sprinkle some brownie points.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's all right. We can miss the game. Yeah, let's go bowling. Sure. Yeah, let's go to paint night. And you sit there and you're like,
Yep.
but anyway, we
Yep.
won't get into that.
Yeah. The All-Star game for the NBA is just absolutely ridiculous. Like
Yeah, it is.
everybody needs to or everybody should take a step back and watch what the
The
four
Four
nations
Nations.
did what it was.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, even being a minority dude that never really followed hockey, all that. Like, I had one of my buddies in my group chat. He was like, he had said, "I can't wait for this hockey game because Steph Curry had me so proud to be American
Hmm.
during the Olympics." So he's like, anytime there's some Team USA,
Mm-hmm.
like because of, and not obviously we've been dominating the Olympics in basketball forever, but it's like Steph's performance last year was like, yo, like this is really like
Mm-hmm.
nuts. Like it really
Mm-hmm.
it really gives you
You could
goosebumps and stuff, especially
feel
during
it.
these times and shit.
No,
It's like, you
no.
know what I mean? Like it just makes you forget about everything and just be in the moment and really appreciate what's going
Right.
on. And the fact that that game went how it was, and obviously it didn't go how we all wanted it to
No.
go, but just the sheer competitiveness and the raw emotion of that tournament is like, yo,
You could feel
this
the
is
energy
this
through the
Mm-hmm.
is
TV.
what we need. This is what will draw everybody back into this realm of professional sports.
Yeah.
Like Deuce and Adam Silver, obviously he's biting off more than he can chew with all these fucking TV contracts, and he clearly has no idea
And
what to do
this
to
in
get
season tournament
for
shit.
sure.
I'm sorry.
Dude,
It's
We
not
can we
happening.
please do away with it?
It's
The
not happening.
the fucking
But now
court.
that
but
is
Close your
everybody
the
wants
eyes.
stupidest thing they
to.
ever
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, we're saying the face of the NBA can't be a European. Like, all right, so
Well,
let's figure
LeBron
something
doesn't
out.
know why he's the face of the NBA. So he says. He
So he
doesn't
says.
understand why people call him that. Like, there's times where I'm like, I know athletes. We're all athletes. Okay, we've all played sports for a while, so we can be categorized as athletes. Obviously, we're not pros, but
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't wouldn't you like take that and be so proud that you're literally being called the face of a league
Right.
of a professional league? When people think of the NBA, they think of you, but no, you come out and you say, I don't know why people call me that. I don't know what people
Right.
associate me with. Like sometimes I'm like athletes, like are y'all really that stupid, or are you just
Yeah.
that
Sometimes you just question
conceit?
and be
Like,
like, huh?
and it's like people are like, well, I don't know why you hate on LeBron so much. Exhibit number 2,422 of why I just can't stand the dude. Talent wise, one of the top five players ever. I'll give him that.
Oh,
Can't
100%.
he
What do you
doesn't?
just get? 50,000 points? 50?
50,
Yeah,
50,000.
but I'm sorry, he doesn't sniff Jordan's jockstrap.
No.
Sorry,
Mm-mm.
doesn't come anywhere closer. But like Jordan had that competitiveness. He wanted to be the face of the NBA. His drive was unreal. He just wanted to
Yep.
win at all costs. LeBron,
I mean, he
not even close.
Jordan. I mean, Jordan. Obviously, we know the flu game, but Jordan always obviously wanted to play.
Yeah,
These dudes. It's like, yo, I can't play this game. I can't do this. Like,
no,
come on,
It's
man.
like it's like as a fan, like like when somebody is like now people are cognizant of buying
yeah,
tickets and shit because it's like, oh, let me look at the schedule. Oh, did they play yesterday? Oh, did he even
Right.
play last
right.
week?
Right.
Is he on the injury report? Did he? So like you're like, hey,
Mhm.
Yeah.
instead of
There's so
being
many
like
things you got to
instead of
check.
surprising your kid or being surprised with tickets,
Can you
now it's like,
imagine,
hey,
dude? Can you
hey,
imagine?
let's just go out to the bar. Let's go to Tony C's. Let's
Like,
go to Seaport. Let's go watch the
can
game
you?
instead of
You got your kid tickets to this say tonight for Christmas because he wants to see Jalen Brown. Say Jalen Brown, 'cause he's out. Obviously, Tatum is in. He wants to see Jalen Brown because Jalen Brown is his favorite player ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you got him the jersey, you got him the tickets. You're gonna go in early. You're gonna spend the day in Boston, do the whole thing up, and then go see Jalen Brown play basketball tonight. And I get it. If Jalen got hurt or like out, like
Yeah.
like out for a while,
That's different.
shit happens. It's sports. People get
of
hurt.
course.
But Jalen's not hurt.
What is his
I
injury?
don't even know.
His injury is he took the back seat to White and Pritchard last night
He's
and
he's
realized
butthurt. That's
we're playing two bums, playing two bum ass teams back to back. He started.
and he
He let them get
couldn't
the
do shit
shine.
last night.
He didn't do not a damn thing.
A team
He
that he
sat.
should roll over. He should step on that court and automatically score 20 points against the Blazers.
I feel like this was a planned thing though, and also I
The
will say
Celtics injury report says Jaylen Brown right knee posterior impingement out.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
fair.
yeah,
don't even know what that
exactly.
means.
It's
It's a
when
bunch of bullshit.
it's what happens when your balls shrink and they go back up into your
And
body, and then you gotta take a
yeah,
day to
yeah,
find them.
his balls shrunk up into his knee.
Yeah.
They
So
Yeah,
they're now in his knee, and
yeah,
now they have to go figure out how to get them out of his knee and back to where they belong. So
cause all that too as well. But like
that's we're not talking. Yeah,
I feel like this is planned as well
it was.
with the Celtics because they're home, and it's like, all right, JT, you don't got to play against these bums
Yeah.
hmm
But we
tomorrow.
want you in against Philly, who's not playing anybody.
Yeah, and tomorrow, JB, you get the rest. Or if it was a rock paper scissors shoe, like back and
You also
with
know
them
why
two,
they're doing it too, because it's Saturday.
of course,
They want everybody at 100
of
for
course,
Saturday night.
absolutely,
That's
exactly.
the game
absolutely.
What was that late
Al
they're
Saturday?
for.
hasn't. I don't think Al or Porzingis have played a back to back all year.
No,
I know
I don't think so.
I know they flip flopped. I know they
Does,
probably have.
like
I
does
believe it.
does Tingus Pingus have the bird flu? Like he's been out for a while here. Like the fuck's on with him? Like, and I get
No,
so you can hear Boston. We're all like this. Is it Phil? I'm curious. Is it the same vibe in Philly? Like pissed off with the obviously the Sixers aren't doing well,
I think a
but
lot of everybody's just. I think a lot of people have moved on to Phillies baseball season.
oh baseball
Um,
and you guys are still off the high for the Super
yes.
Bowl.
facts.
Oh, we're
We can
Yeah,
completely still on
we
that high.
nobody.
can
But
no
I
pun
mean, I don't
intended.
have many friends that are following the Sixers much anymore. But the people I do know, like, they don't even want to like go to the games. Like, they're not rocking a
Which
jersey or
sucks because
anything.
the game we went to, I
Yes.
loved it. That was incredible. We went to game 4 a couple years ago. Um, when the Celtics it was when Marcus Smart hit that shot, but the buzzer went off before it went out of his
Yeah.
hands. It was game
Okay.
4. Yeah. That place was unreal. Unreal. I had a great ass time and the fans the fans were comical. Fans were
Fans of
comical.
that was funny. That was funny.
But it was a good time. So it sucks that like that's being taken away because I love the Boston Philly rivalry.
What
I think Boston Philly is a little bit bigger than Boston LA at the moment, just because
all the sports.
you've had more
Hmm
matchup. You've had more like gritty matchups between the two. It's obviously two gritty cities.
Right.
Um, it's got the same vibe, and it's just yeah, being gone to Philly twice now and experienced a Phillies game and a Sixers game. Obviously, haven't done the Eagles or Flyers yet, but will. It's a great city to go to.
Yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
coming
they
from a
should tell you
Boston.
something too. Sixers tickets are
What are
going
they?
for about
I
$4
was
right
gonna say
now
50,
with
50 cents.
fees.
50 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think somebody said the tickets are like $2 and then with fees it's
that's
$4.
so bad.
Like, I mean,
So bad.
that's where we're at. That's where the city's at this
That's
point. Like, everybody's
so
checked out on the
bad.
Sixers. We're done with the Sixers.
So bad.
Like I said, tank for the draft pick at this point.
Yeah,
Like, there's
basically what you have to
no
do.
need to
Yeah.
keep trying. Just put in no name guys. Like, as a couple people I know said we should bench Maxi the rest of the season. Just shut Maxi down completely. Let him get healthy. Let them figure out what the hell is going on with
Yeah.
Embiid. Which, I mean, finally they made the smart move and shut Embiid down
Yeah,
instead of trying to like fight with him.
they gotta get him out of there. They gotta get him
I
out of there. They gotta get it.
I think he's one of those
If
cases too. Like, he
if he
can't
can
handle Philly
play,
anymore.
if he's still able to play, like, and hopefully, I never want to wish, any injury on anybody or the career to be cut short. But if he's able to continue playing, Philly got to do whatever they can to get whatever they can for him at
Yeah,
this point because He's just
Somebody will give you all
there's
that for him.
of
I'll say
course,
somebody will still give up a pretty penny for him,
for
Mm-hmm.
sure,
no doubt.
absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. It all depends on, I mean, it wouldn't even be shocking if if somebody like LA did some shit like that, like
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
just to get
add him to a piece where he's not the focal point, where he's not the main part.
yeah,
Can
of
you
Add him
course.
to
imagine?
Shit,
something.
you put him on a team with Luca and LeBron for a couple more years.
I was gonna
Uh,
say, can you imagine LeBron and Embiid on the same team?
I can't.
oh God,
And then
but they're
if
probably
all the
like best
Lakers,
friends,
oh
dude.
God, is that
All these
painful?
guys are all these guys are they're all like close friends. I mean, they all half of them play together on the Olympic team.
You know what?
All the stars are
And
friends.
obviously, like you want camaraderie, you want guys to obviously get along at some point. But like I think that's another reason why there's not a lot of grit anymore. Because all these guys are friends.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
all
they're
hang
all
out in the
buddy
off
buddy.
season. They're all buddies.
Yeah,
They all go to the parties. You'll see them during the summer with pictures with them.
dude.
Like back in the day, these fuckers didn't party with each other. They hated each other.
Right,
Like
Or
Bird and Magic
they
respected each
did,
other.
or if they did, they're keeping it just
It's
throughout the
strictly business
season,
on the court.
strictly business,
well,
but
hold on.
strictly
Here's
business.
Not.
you say these guys are going to parties. Jalen Hurts. This is 21 hours ago. Jalen Hurts was at was hanging out with Stephen Curry at Draymond Green's birthday party the other night. So what? So
Listen, you
these dudes like throughout all the
yeah.
sports, they're friends. There's no rivalries. There's
Well,
no I
the
hate you kind of
the
deals.
crossover sports are all right with me. It's the within the sport, like, and at the end of the game, too, what bugs the shit out of me, and probably y'all too, it's like when they high five each other.
Hmm.
Like y'all just your competitive game, you lost, but you're smiling,
Right.
high five, you're dapping each other up. Hey, what's up? Yeah, yeah, good. Like
They're all like this at the end of the game.
yeah,
Yeah. Like
covering their mouth,
you
or
should
like
be pissed
exactly with the
off after a
towel, like
loss.
this. Like what the fuck? You wonder why people don't respect you. Like you just lost,
Right.
or say you got your ass handed, like the Detroit game last week. As a Celtics player, as a player on the Celtics, you should be pissed that you just rolled into Detroit and got spanked. Granted that the Pistons are up and coming, but they shouldn't have done that to you. And you got guys laughing, yucking it up after the game.
Hmm.
It's like, are you really in this to win, or are you just in it just for the hell of it? Like, I get it, y'all. Everybody's human, and everybody has friends, and if it's somebody you haven't seen in a while, sure. But like, it just doesn't look good.
Right. Right.
You want to you want that competitive edge. I want the leader of the Celtics to hate the leader of Philly and LA. I don't want Tatum to be friends with LeBron. At least don't show it.
Hmm.
Show
I don't
that
and
competitive edge. The
I
city
don't think
wants
we're
to
ever
get
gonna I don't think we're ever
behind
gonna
that.
see that.
You're not.
I don't think we'll ever see that in the
You're,
NBA again.
you're not. You're not. And obviously the
At
NFL,
least not for a while. I
Yeah.
no,
mean,
the
it's not gonna.
NFL, like they dap each other up after the game, which
There's
whatever.
listen, there's still
But
some words out in the NFL. I mean, look. First of all, look at the Eagles. We're out here fighting with ourselves.
well, I mean, ELGLLES, Eagles,
I'll never forget that. Jesus Christ.
Eagles. So like,
Eagles.
but I mean, we can transition to that. I mean, yeah, man, Eagles. What's the vibe? What's the
Every everybody's on a high right
how
now.
how high is everybody? Is everybody still drunk from the Super
They're
Bowl?
all talking
Is everybody like,
about it. They're all talking about back to back now.
I mean, it's
Saquon.
all still
yeah,
Yeah.
there. I think the craziest thing is, and I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day, is these dudes are signing autographs left and right.
yeah,
Everywhere
I
you
love that.
look, somebody. It's great, but it's crazy. Everywhere you look, somebody's having coming Sunday, pay $120. You can go meet AJ Brown and get his autograph. Like
Oh, future
I can't
Patriot
even lie.
AJ
Like
Brown, nice,
right
nice.
behind me, there's that BG picture.
Yeah,
I just paid to meet BG and get that picture signed from the parade. Like
that's
I
dope.
love it,
Yeah,
but I think that's what's keeping everybody's high up right now. Is these guys are just signing.
yeah,
They're just signing everywhere.
they're
Like
giving it back.
I'm pretty sure 90% of Philly has about 85% of the Eagles
Where
autographs.
you love that
That's, I mean, I
though.
love to see that.
That's
Oh, it's
so dope though.
awesome.
That's so
I
dope.
saw Saquon at the parade probably do the greatest thing I've ever seen in my
Right.
life.
With the bring the
Taking
ball
the
boy over.
taking the
Yep.
ball boy out of the crowd and
Yep.
bringing him into the parade like that. Man, I saw that one morning and I literally choked up. I'm like, dude, that is fucking awesome.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Like, like who does that? Like
Yeah.
that again.
Like
So like, I hate Philly, but I don't really hate
I,
Philly.
I need
It's
that
just
clip recorded, please.
it's live. Shut up. It's gonna get recorded. But like, I hate Philly for certain things. But man, you just gotta go. As a
Mhm.
Bostonian watching this, or anybody who have, you just gotta go, and you just gotta remember they're idiots. They're just they're idiots.
very, very, very
Mhm.
questionable. Very questionable when it
The
comes
brain
to.
cells aren't there. The 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 IQ is very low. It's amazing some people can put one foot in front of the
Were
other,
you at the
but they're
parade?
fun.
I went down. Yeah, we went down. We were
Yeah,
at
they
the
did.
beginning of the
How,
parade. We didn't go on to like down the Broad
okay.
Street.
How I know, and like obviously to be on a serious note, I remember reading that there was a shooting and everything. Is that all squared away? Everybody was okay. Walk away from that.
As far as I know, yeah, it was. I remember I saw the. It wasn't near where we were. Um, I, I think what they said it was like a couple people, like it was like one or two people got shot like in the leg or the knee or something, but it wasn't. I don't think it was anything serious, but it kind of just. Not saying they swept it away, but it kind of just got covered by everything else
Yeah,
going on.
I mean,
Well, that's shit that we don't want to
yeah,
see.
Yeah.
You're
at
out there
all.
celebrating a championship. You wanna
You got a
you wanna
million
celebrate the right way.
people in the city. It's like,
Yeah,
bro,
Well, we
just
saw that
just
happen at in KC last year,
yeah.
right?
People got gunned down in
Yeah.
yeah.
KC, which is like,
Yeah.
come on, you're there to like. Can you be normal and just get drunk like everybody else and just have a good
Or
time?
if you get
Seriously.
drunk, don't get drunk and fucking emotional.
Yeah. Or if you do, don't bring a gun into it.
But
Right.
yeah, like well, like
You can get
okay,
emotional. Just sit there and cry. Sit there
Like
and cry.
a parade should be the one day guaranteed that there's just no violence in your city.
period.
Like
It's you're celebrating your
everybody's coming together for
championship.
the parade.
Yeah.
Like that, it should be
It
that.
looked
That's it.
awesome. It looked fun as hell.
Oh, it
So
was like I said. This was actually my first parade. Every time I've tried to go to a parade, I've been in another state or I've missed it by a month or
yeah.
two. So I've never actually been able to go to a parade. So we went down to the stadiums where the parade starts.
Hmm.
It was cool to see all that. Cool. We were right next to the whole staging area for the cops, the floats, everything. So we saw behind the scenes of a parade.
That's
Dope,
sick.
And then I
They got
dope.
there
said
super early too.
we were 4:30
I
a.m.
woke up to the snap. I was like, "What fucking time did this dude just send me this?" And I was like, "It was them at the complex,
Dude,
Yeah,
which
it was
is like the
crazy.
baseball field and the football in the arenas." I was like,
dope.
"Jesus Christ, what fucking time is it?"
Yeah, it was
Um,
it was early. It was an early morning. But know what? We were home halfway through the parade and able to watch the rest and the speeches on TV.
yeah, that's the beauty of starting the parade at the beginning
Yep.
because you can get the fuck out of there and just go about your day. Or if you want to continue, you like hit a bar, or like you said, if you just are tired and you want to go home, you go home.
Yeah. I
Um,
said the next parade we get, we're going down to the art museum, which is obviously the big area. That's where all the speeches
Yeah,
are. Dudes are off the bus and partying at that point.
that's
Like,
like what they used to do in Boston or City Hall
City
yep.
Hall. Yeah,
when they used to plant there and do like the rally and whatever. They stopped
Yeah.
doing that for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, it same. I've been to every single parade that I've been alive
Mm-hmm.
for. I can say the Patriots ones were the best ones.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm a bigger Patriots fan. It's just they were just fun.
Yeah.
Like Red Sox parades, they're okay. The biggest one was probably the marathon. When the Red Sox won the
Yeah.
World
Yeah.
Series, the year of the marathon. That was emotional. We went to the finish line. Um,
Oh, so you were right
we were
there. You
right
were
there.
right there.
I saw Johnny Gomes put the trophy down and put the Boston Strong
Mm-hmm.
jersey in there. So like, yeah, man, that was emotional for sure. That was probably the best. Fuck it, it's probably the best parade that I've been to, just because of everything and all the Patriots ones. Celtics won last year. I don't know. Did you go, Derek?
I won't say that I went. I was downtown.
Yeah,
I went clubbing. My sister's a bartender. I went to the club,
yeah,
and everybody was spewing in from the club.
from
So
the
it
from
was.
the parade.
I
So you
didn't
were
watch.
part of it, but not
Yeah,
like
I wasn't like walking the streets or trying to
yeah.
trying to follow them or
I
anything
went
like
down to
that.
the garden to the beginning because I was the same way. I was like, I just want to see them
Mm-hmm.
and get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And it was hot as hell that day, like
Yeah.
June. So,
Yep. Yep. I
but it was
remember.
fun. I got some really good like pictures, videos. So the parades are fun, man. And I think Boston and Philly do them best because everybody
Yeah.
just goes to have a good time. And obviously, but unfortunately with the shooting, but like
Yeah, you always want the best fan bases always show up for sure.
facts.
Yes.
And Boston, Philly, you can't
I
match
said.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what. I don't know if they ever officially announced what the numbers were for this parade, but it had to be like over. It had to be around two
Bigger
mil.
Yeah.
than
But
the first one,
I started thinking of what?
bigger than when you guys beat us.
Yes, it was. Yeah, they said this one was bigger than the first one, but it makes me wonder. Like one, when the Phillies go get the next parade, now with this, especially with this team right now, what is that going to look
Dude,
like if
I'm
they can
sorry.
wake their asses up? But
They'll be fun.
I
They'll be
also
fun.
thought about what would a parade look like if, and this is going back to hockey, if the Flyers won. And the reason I say that is because
Not a lot of
you
teeth at
don't,
that party, at
you're
that
not
parade.
walking around, you're not seeing a Flyers jersey all over the place. You see green, you see red. That's all.
You see all
That's
four.
what you see,
Yeah.
and then you see some Sixers stuff.
Yeah.
So if whenever the Flyers go get the Stanley Cup, what would that parade look like? We're gonna have a million people out there probably, but is it gonna be orange and black? Is it gonna be green sprinkled in? Is it gonna be like what jerseys are gonna be out there? Because I feel like there's a lot of Flyers fans, but nobody that's like not a ton of diehard Flyer fans
Yeah.
like there are for the Eagles and the Phillies and the Sixers
Yeah.
even.
It's funny you say that because at the parades that I've been to, you don't, it's majority Patriots, whoever won it, Patriots, Celtics, Red
Mm-hmm.
Sox, and the one Bruins one. But you do see Red Sox jerseys, Patriots jerseys. So it's like, it's all four is like kind of intertwined in
Right.
there too, which is awesome, I think, between Boston and like I said, in Philly. It's just you show up. Um, and yeah, I gotta say, going to Fenway my whole life, it's been crazy at times. You know, you feel it's the electricity, but that Phillies game, I you can't match that. That
No.
was that was that was incredible. That was awesome. Like that was like I'm not at a baseball game. I didn't. I didn't feel like I was at a baseball game. It was just like a big party.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm gonna catch a lot of shit for talking Philly up so much tonight, but like it's true. You gotta
Dude, we
go.
listen. We have a fun time.
You gotta go to Philly, and these two. Let me tell you, Derek. These two know how to party. Phil and Sam. Two like I need. I think that's probably why, because it's like I'm just in that mode, and
Yeah,
they're
you
always
saw
going to get.
first
Listen, you
thing you
follow
saw.
them, you're gonna see all their posts are at Phillies games and fucking Eagles, and they're at this thing and that thing and this thing, and I'm sitting here like. So, does
Dude,
anybody want to do anything? Want
listen,
to
the
go to a
last. I
game?
mean, right now
No,
we got
staying home and picking our nose. Great.
right. I
Like,
mean, right now we got 20. I think 20 Phillies games right
yeah,
now.
See,
Two
I
of them
love
were going. Two of them are in Chicago. I'm excited to go to Wrigley Field for the
Yeah,
Philly series.
so that's
you,
That
definitely something that I'm
you
trying to get
fuckers,
to.
that's gonna be fun.
you fuckers. That's
um,
awesome. See, that's
but
what that's
dude,
like.
yeah, we're always we got our partial season tickets.
That's
So
awesome.
and then we get
Like,
playoff tickets. So I'm like, all right, let's
yeah,
go.
like that's what I love. Like we need people like you two in Boston because besides Derek, every time I ask somebody to do something, like, well, you know, I have a pimple on my ass today, so it's like, bro, come on, let's
Yeah,
go to a
no,
game. Trying to get somebody to go to a game these days.
Philly is a fun time.
It
But wait till
is.
2026.
What is
For sure.
it?
2026, we have the FIFA World Cup in Philly.
No, it's up here too
Yeah.
in no man's land.
Do you got well, yeah,
Foxborough.
right. So you guys got to like travel out to it. We just got right in the middle of
I know.
Philly
We
from
know.
South Philly.
We know.
And then we also get the All-Star game in 26
Yeah.
for
Yeah. You do.
MLB.
Oh,
Yep.
lit.
Yep.
Philly is going to be one big party in the
Hmm.
month of July.
Do I smell shows. That's all I smell. I smell opportunities.
Absolutely.
sounds like you're coming in 2026.
Sounds like opportunities to me. I don't know about you,
Absolutely.
but yeah. So this, I mean, Boston Philly no match. Like I said, this dude, one of the realest ones you'll meet. Even though he's in Philly. Uh, but man, it's yeah. I don't really have anything to add, but it's two of the greatest cities I've ever been a part of,
Yeah,
and
I
I
honestly,
stand by
I
that.
wish the game. Honestly, I really, really wish tonight's game was more
I do too,
meaningful.
Yeah.
because
It would have. It would have.
you
It
can't
would
even
have.
banter, you can't even shit
Yeah.
talk because
There's
there's
literally.
nothing
There's
to
nothing
do
to shit
shit
talk.
I'm
talk.
just gonna. I'm just gonna have this on. I'm about to go wrestle my son and have it on in the background. Like it is what it is. Instead of just sitting down trying to
Facts.
get this 3-year-old to like, yo, look,
Yeah.
watch the game, watch.
No, don't even watch. It's fine.
Nah,
You're not missing
don't even worry about it.
anything.
Worry about the next one.
Facts. We're
But
getting ready
yeah,
for Saturday.
facts. Saturday will be a big one. But you two have to get up to Boston since I've been to Philly, and
Yes.
Derek and I will show you what Boston's all about and make sure that you understand Boston's fun too.
Listen, I
We
still
know.
remember. I still remember my birthday at Fenway.
No, you don't.
Okay, I remember the beer part.
Listen, I did damn good for that thing. All right, you don't remember shit. But
Derek, it was. I was dead.
Oh, good.
I had this dude stumbling in Faneuil Hall. It was
Part
fun.
two.
It was
Part
a blast.
two loading. Part two loading.
I mean, we just got to do it. We got to figure it out and do it.
Yeah,
Fenway for Philly. Let's get it.
yeah.
Phillies in
Let's do it. So,
Fenway.
Be a
Let's
good.
get it.
That'd be a
hey,
good time.
anytime you want to come on, you're more than welcome. This was fun as hell, and
I had a blast.
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean now that we figured out what we can do and with no issues with having people, this is
yeah.
Yep.
Instagram might be
this
the
is
way to go for a little bit. I'm thinking too. We just got to
Yeah.
figure out the downloads and everything and all that BS. But yeah, if you want to wrap it, watch this phenomenal basketball game in front of us tonight.
2 minutes. Yeah,
But yeah, Phil, can't thank you enough for coming on the show. You are officially our first guest.
Appreciate
To
that. Thank you,
take
guys.
pride in that. We'll send you your trophy, which will literally just be a piece of shit wrapped up in a little things. There you go. But yeah, man, thank you. Thank you for being a real one.
for sure.
When you come to Boston, you'll fit right in.
Can't wait. Thank you guys for having
Absolutely.
me.
For sure, y'all.
Always.
All right.
Always.
Go Celtics, I guess.
Go see.
Go Phillies.
Yes.
Go Birds.
Let's go.
Go
Go
Pack.
Birds. Go Phils.
Yeah, go Birds. Yeah.